Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, my friends.
We are back.
We are here.
That's actually my favorite sentence. We are back because I can like really pronounce it in a whack way. So happy Friday. As we said last week, where we talked about campus crushes. If you didn't listen to it, we highly recommend it. But this week, we're going to talk about our first impressions, regardless of university or programs,
Yeah,
but regarding Korea. And yeah, we're happy to have you here.
nice. Yes. So let's just start. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's dive
so
into it.
this time I need to start. And I think I mentioned something in my not in my speech when we talked about why we chose Korea, that I was like really impressed by it. There's a lot to do. There's everything for everyone. So if you're into K-pop or pop mart or K-dramas or nightlife like I do or we do, there's definitely so much options, and that was really my first impression when I came as a tourist here, but also when I came for the GmbA program. It was like totally overwhelming. Oh, what to do first? Wow, here and there. And of course, I stick to going out. We are the Hongdae Queens. So that's actually me, yeah, and us. And that's actually the difference between Europe and Asia in general, because I've been also a few in Southeast Asia in some countries, that you have so much to do because mega cities, 24 hours, the city does not sleep, yeah.
Yes, totally
And you
right.
don't have that mostly in Europe this way. Okay, because I lived in Munich, I lived in London, like also the bigger cities and bigger cities, let's say, in Europe, and it's a different vibe.
Yes, that's totally right. The city really never sleeps. The nightlife is so good, and there's exactly, a lot to do.
Yes, totally. And especially the difference is, I think is like the 24 hours of availability.
Right, right. So, still even some restaurants, some places to visit.
Totally.
You can go late at night, which is so interesting and fun. And sometimes people tell us that they go back home like at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., and I tell them, welcome to Korea.
Yeah. And also sometimes you go home at 3 a.m. and if you want to have a proper meal, you get that.
That's true.
Not gonna happen in Germany. In Germany, we go to a dinner place. I mean, some people go to McDonald's, but go to the dinner, better. At least when I was younger. I even think that changed maybe a bit also when I was younger now. But anyway, but like having like a proper restaurant, it is not gonna happen in
Yeah,
Germany. No,
yeah,
I don't know
true,
about
true.
Iran, but y- there is no way.
Same actually. But here is, it's very interesting and impressive that you can find still, such things. Yeah,
Yeah,
around.
totally.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
And one thing I want to mention before I forget is
Hmm.
also when I came. So I'm living currently in the share house with two more girls, and it's so lovely. Also, the landlord's family lives underneath of us, so very nice, very clean. The landlord lady comes every morning to clean and everything. She's so beautiful and so nice.
Nice. I have the same
So
experience. I should share. Uh huh.
yeah, and then she's from Japan and her husband is from Korea, so both of them are so lovely. Also, the son, so cool. And for me, when they explained to me when I arrived how to do the garbage and recycling system here in Korea, because in Germany you have also one, of course. Every country is some sort of. I was completely confused. I mean, they put even in English and even pictures, yeah, how to do it, and I still was, and I'm doing MBA by the way, and I looked at these pictures and I was like, what the heck is that? And I'm like, huh? That doesn't make sense at all. Completely confused, especially regarding plastic. Because I don't know, maybe I'm completely brainwashed or like imprinted. No, brainwashed was not a good word, but imprinted from Germany because you have a different system for plastic, okay? But he is kind of like, huh? And then she said to me, no, this is there. But I was like, but this is the picture of this,
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I'm sorry, but this should go there. And I'm like, huh? Completely confused. And I lived back then because some changed, my housemates. And when I just arrived 2023, I was living also with one German girl, and she was like, what the heck is that? So we were both looking, what the heck? Where does this go? In which of the bins? And I'm telling you, at the bins, we had these bloody in English, yeah, with the pictures. Okay, some pictures were not correct because my landlord lady, she corrected me. Oh no, no, it's going this way. That didn't make sense at all. It still doesn't. Okay, and that's so funny that some people, when you start talking about this, also were like, "Oh my god, so true."
That's right.
Right?
And don't ask me how many times I had to remove the garbages at the end of the week from one plastic bag to another because of the mistakes that I made.
Totally. And for me, it's so funny because back then my German housemate said she said like, oh, so many foreigners are even scared to throw things away, because
Yeah.
at least my
Mhm.
landlord was nice and she was saying, oh no no no, it goes there. But some people are very very strict, so she had kind of experience her friends.
Yes,
And
it's right.
what I did, now I'm gonna tell a top secret. Sometimes when I didn't know at the beginning where to put it, I just brought it to university to the bin.
It was funny.
And I still did that in the last semester, so last year too. Not because I didn't know, but it was more like the bins were too full at one point, and then I wanted it was nothing smelly and stuff, but more like plastic.
Yeah,
And then in the
right.
university, it's only like the bin plastic. That's it, and not like these 500 different variations on our bin at home. Holy
Complicated. Eh?
totally, yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. Our recycling hassles. Interesting.
But it got better, so
Yes, but
yeah.
same happened to me. So like I used to live in a share house and there were like 5 or 6 bins on top of each other.
Gosh.
Really confusing. It happened to me several times that I confused. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. Okay. Another point about transportation. Let's talk about
Oh.
it. Okay, what is the difference between here and Germany for you?
So before I came to Seoul, I lived in Munich, because my hometown doesn't have a subway, only buses. So when I lived in Munich, we had like buses, we have like trains. Also on the how do you say these trains who? Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself here.
Okay.
I don't know the English word, and I don't want to cut it and edit it. That's why I'm keep going. So we had a lot of more transportation in Munich. So the subway is also very clean, like here. So same in Munich. I know in Cologne and Berlin they're not that clean, but they were also on time. The same what they have that here in Seoul and in Munich, they're not 24 hours. They also stop around 1
Uh
a.m.,
huh.
12 p.m.
Almost same as here.
Is it a.m.?
Yeah, AM.
Yeah, not PM. Oh God, Jesus.
And PM is like
Midnight, let's say it this way. Jesus Christ. Though that's the same. However, regarding trains, when you go with the KTX, for example, to Busan, or to another
all right.
city, it's way better. Also, when I first time came to Korea, it was like, wow, like this is insane. On time, quick, no problems. When you go to Germany, shout out to all the Germans listening to this. They exactly know what I'm going to say now. Deutsche Bahn sucks. Literally. I cannot say it differently. It hurts in my heart to say it, but literally, they're always late. There's always some troubles. Really exhausting. So, and it's not also good for the environment stuff, but sometimes you have to rely on a car.
Right.
Especially my hometown was like 5 hours away from Munich. And if the train or the Deutsche Bahn would like be like on time and quick like here
You
in
didn't need to
Korea,
actually use the car, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
because there was so uncertainty and so much, especially when you need to change trains, they don't wait. That's terrible, yeah. And especially for me, it's so funny. They say it in German where you are, or welcome to now Cologne Central Station or whatever, or Munich Central Station. And they first say it in German and then in English. And then the last time, I don't know if they still do that, but the last one is always like, "Thank you, we're traveling with Deutsche Bahn," and I was like, Jesus. And I always remember the sentence like, "Yeah, but please." I would love to travel, but please make it like punctual and don't make it like a headache, okay? So that was for me definitely wow, especially when I visited last year Germany, and again something on the Frankfurt airport station, so for the train station, and after 13 hours flight I needed to wait like again 1 hour in the bloody cold. I remember it was last year February, okay? And I'm like, that's insane. You can see definitely the difference, like really.
Right.
And it's actually a shame for a country like Germany that this is fucking embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it. It makes me so angry, honestly. And I'm not even anyway. Yeah, so that's the difference. Definitely more on time and it's a
I
nice.
do agree. I can't agree more. So the transportation system here is really nice and on time. And something that was interesting for me, there are a lot of people that are living in Seoul, right?
Yes.
So Seoul is not a small city; it's a big city. But at least the time that usually I took the transportation, I didn't feel it that much. I didn't feel that there are so many people. Of course, there are rush
Mm.
hours. I understand, like 6 p.m. or maybe about 8 a.m. in the morning, but still, it's manageable. But in some countries it's very difficult, so it was like it's really nice. Of course, the bus, the subway, and the train system, they are really really nice here. And one more point, I realized that during my first semester, when I took the subway, especially when it was summer, and I put on tops. So when I put on top, I realized people are staring at me too much.
Mm.
Did it happen to
Oh,
you?
yeah.
While walking on the street, usually I don't look at people, so I just look around. Maybe I didn't realize it that much. But when I was in the subway, I felt it. Did it happen to you as well?
Totally. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, yes. And for the people who doesn't know us, who don't know us, I mean, of course we are beautiful ladies, yeah, but I have like big BBs, okay? And if I wear a normal top, it's like that I would have a décolleté, and I'm not even wearing a décolleté, okay? And I exactly know what you mean.
Yeah.
Totally. I noticed that. They're not even
Yes.
looking at my shoulders or arms. There's always like my other two pairs of eyes. I'm
That's
glad that
funny.
this happens to you as well. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
But it's interesting. Maybe culturally they're different because they put on short skirts, and it's totally fine if someone wears such short skirts here. But on the other hand, when you wear tops, so it's like very revealing.
That's so
It's
in,
very interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
same for yeah, yeah, that's true. That's totally true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. That's exactly this first impression or this first perspective you're getting. Especially when you have the first summer here in Korea, it gets very humid and very hot. And yeah, I also don't wear tops anymore.
Yeah.
And I could see also the difference when I went last year to Croatia. I was like, of course, wearing tops and like literally, I did, and I could see even the men. Of course, they were looking, but in a different way. Okay, like what I'm used to, and maybe not at all. Okay, but here you're right, and I
Yes.
immediately came to Korea, and I wear like not even the normal tops what I used to, but more closer, let's say. Okay, because I bought tops like this too out of style, and even then they were like looking, and I could really
Right.
feel it. Like, ooh, that was really
Yeah. Same
strange.
for me. Yeah.
Same for you,
So
right?
yeah. Yeah.
But I remember something now when I look at you when we are talking. I remember that you told me because we had talked about night outs, right? And what kind of outfits we want to wear. So every weekend we are like thinking about okay what we could wear. And then I remember one story Sarah told me about your first semester. You
Oh
remember?
yes.
Look at her. She didn't want to reveal it. I'm telling you, she did.
That
She
was
did.
embarrassing.
Oh my god! And I wasn't there yet, so we
Well,
didn't know each other.
um, firstly, as I mentioned before, I came to Korea without any knowledge about it. Okay, so about the society and how people are, honestly. And then the first time I went to Itaewon, there were like a group of students from different countries: Europe, New Zealand, Australia.
Huh?
So we planned to go out. So they went there. They went to Itaewon earlier than me, and then they asked me, "Okay, it's like a night, party. So let's meet in Itaewon." So I went there alone. I was from Korean university, but they were from different universities. So I went to Itaewon and just arrived to the station, and I realized everyone is staring at me.
Oh
Okay.
no!
When I was in the station, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's a subway station, so people from
Okay, yeah, yeah.
people
Got
are
it. Got
just
it.
going from one place to another, commuting. And then I went to Itaewon, and I said, no way, it's about my clothes, my dress. Guys, I dressed up, like really going a party in Iran, okay? So we really dress up in Iran when we want to go to a party, but I didn't
Yeah.
know that it's too
Mm-hmm.
much for here.
That's so
So
interesting.
the whole night, I yeah, no, please don't.
You
I
did
don't
not.
want to think about that.
So you did
It's
not feel good,
I
right?
didn't feel good. I didn't feel good. Okay, honestly, like those days, I could see some people join the parties using when while they were wearing jeans, like sneakers, like that, and I
Mm-hmm.
dressed up,
Yeah, I got
really
it. Yeah,
dressed
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Okay, so it
yeah.
was like too much. But these days I can see a little, changes. I can see that especially in Itaewon, people tend to dress up more.
That's so.
However,
That's
still
wow.
what I wore, yeah, it was like embarrassing. Oh my god, the whole night.
But I have a question. Did you feel this night when they were staring at you because of your clothes? Was it like a similar feeling what you described what you had in the subway in the first semester also when you were like top? Was it like a similar feeling for you?
I mean, it was too much. Okay, okay. Of course, in the subway, they stare at me. But at that night, I felt that I'm among a crowd. Okay, and I'm just the one that
Holy moly. Holy moly.
dressed up like that. So everyone was staring at me. It was like even
Shit.
if they didn't want to look at me, so they had to.
But hey, girl, that's not a bad thing, I will tell you.
Yes, yeah, and I got popular from there. Maybe.
Guys, she got popular.
Oh
She maybe
yeah.
does not have any campus crushes, but God,
Yes, out of campus crushes.
out of there, out of there. So,
Yes, yeah.
so funny.
Yeah. So it was like the funniest story about, clothing and, dressing up.
So
And
funny.
yeah, so yes, it was interesting and fun to share. One more point that just came to my mind while we are talking about dresses. So I have a problem here when I go for shopping. I mean, when I
Right.
came to Korea, I just realized. So there are department stores and there are like underground stores that are really nice. So I recommend everyone to visit both places for shopping. However, my body is like I have a shape in my body. So like
I'm not
so
gonna comment.
yeah. So
Well,
I mean, it's very hard for me. Okay, let's go to the point and get to the point. It's hard for me to find the proper pants here. So I'm not that fat.
oh my god, I knew it. I knew it exactly that you're gonna say that. But I'm happy that you said that she's not fat, okay?
Yeah.
Because I have more curves than her, okay? She can buy at least an H.
Well, I work out and I try, not to gain weight too much, but sometimes I can control it anyway. However, I mean, it's very hard for me because of my curves to find proper pants in Korea.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
general.
maybe the
Yeah,
shape of my
yeah.
body is different from the people who are living here. So this is the point that I wanted to mention.
Yeah, not only
Yes.
yours and not only mine or ours. I think in general, Western people.
Yeah.
I also think when male come here, so men also have these kind of problems.
Yes.
So more problems than then if we would go to the US, for example, we wouldn't have. Or when
Yeah.
US would come to Europe or Middle East, there would. I think that's like very interesting. Also, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can even have an episode about, shopping because I can even talk about shoes and,
everything. She loves
yeah,
that.
it's very interesting.
That's good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point. Also, around regarding food, we can do something.
Yes, regarding food, okay,
Totally.
I specifically want to mention about bread
Oh yeah,
and
don't.
okay,
No.
I don't want
Ramen and bread,
I
that's different. Let's do it in another episode.
yes, we do it in another episode. So we can have an episode for foods, for shopping,
Yes.
and that is fun to share our experiences.
Yes.
And yeah, that's it. Yeah, these are the points that came to my mind.
Yeah,
Mm,
so thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to us and having to listening to our stories, especially around garbage. I mean, we spent maybe like almost 10 minutes on this topic, but it's so fun. And yeah, from my side and our side, we wish you a happy weekend and we talk to you of course next Friday.
Nice. Thank you so much. Also, if you have any experience that you traveled or you started living in a country and everything was new, or you faced something very interesting, you can share with us. See you next Friday.